we always only had 19 people on the crew, permanent, you know, people that we'd hire. He'd always save that one position, and sometimes two position, to bring fill-ins in or people off of other crews on the force, that so they could get that experience, so they could be with people that were not experienced, you know, that, you know, with the experienced people, so they could get the experience. So if they wanted to stay on the shot crew later on, if they, you know, if they worked out great, we would bring them on and try to help them on, or they would get experience and then they could go someplace else to another shot crew or do engine or whatever, because, you know, it's all about getting that knowledge. I mean, when I think about the knowledge for a fire that I really learned about was burning. I mean, we don't burn anymore at all. In fact, I mean, we used to burn tons of acres, and that's how you got a lot of experience burning units and stuff like that, because sometimes they'd get away and you'd have to fight them. And of course, I ate tons of smoke, which probably is bad on my lungs to this day. But and I think that's another thing that the Forest Service should have done, is maybe do more. I mean, smoky is a good idea, but I think it hurt us in the long run because it put too much fuels out in the woods. And then and that's when we started getting all these huge, you know, when we were in Yellowstone, the slash was 3 feet deep. How do you fight fire in 3 feet slash? You can't. I mean, I don't care how big a line you make, it's going to spot over and keep going. So Mother Nature's basically going to tell you what's going to happen. So I think, you know, they should be doing more, you know, and I think that's what Paul tried to get going too towards his later years, was doing more prescribed fire, which I think, you know, if you do it right, you ought to be able, Mother Nature used to do it all the time. That's, you know, lightning strike on top of a ridge and it'd creep down and do its little thing, and it'd do it over here and do it over here. So when you did get a major fire, why, it had brakes it would run to and you could catch it. So yeah, I think that was probably a very, and I don't know how people get that experience now. I mean, when I think about the organization today, of course I haven't really kept in touch with it, but I kind of wonder, how do they fight fires today? Really? I mean, we don't burn. We don't, you know, they just have fires that they go on. That's all they do? But I know there's not fires every year unless, I mean, in one area, unless they just, that's all they do is the crews just travel from one fire to the next to try to get the experience, and that's all they do every summer. But that would be so you know, that would cost a lot of money to, I don't know. I mean, and where do you get all those people, you know, that amount of people? So, I don't know. That's something that I think that, you know, maybe they should think about doing more prescribed fire, getting people trained more. And you can do it when the conditions are right, you know. Do the weather. It's pretty, you know, and yeah, you're probably going to lose maybe one or two, but that's, you know, I think if you practice at it, it's all comes down to practice and experiencing, you know, what you're doing and learning, and then those people become better knowledge, and then they can fight fire at a better, and probably that stuff wouldn't happen, you know, losing a fire wouldn't happen as easily because you would be more in tune with what's actually happening on the ground. So anyways, that's kind of my 2 cents worth as far as, I just kind of wonder how they even fight fire these days.